Normally on a race weekend, we stay at a hotel that has a crappy free breakfast and everybody can eat before we leave for the track. But we did some things different here. We rented a big farmhouse with lots of bedrooms and bathrooms, and the whole crew and everybody's staying at the house. And it's 3 miles away from the track, and it's really, really quiet. I'll tell you what, you can hear a pin drop. We're in Plymouth, Wisconsin. We're out in the country. We've got cows over in the field here taking a siesta, getting ready to go to bed. Cornfields everywhere, and we're 3 miles away from Road America, so that's really cool. We're just right around the corner, which makes it easy. We're just waiting for the rig to show up. Just getting here from Nashville, just pulling in from Nashville, and we'll get the Evo out, pull it in the garage here, and get to work on it and finish it up for this weekend. Just pull straight in there. Car's here. We got to get up crack of dawn, be down at Snap-on Tools, 8 o'clock in the morning, get registered, have breakfast, go on a little Snap-on tour, see how they make those killer tools, and then road rally to Road America. So it'll be fun. It's raining, and it's been raining for hours. So luckily we're at the farmhouse here 3 miles from Road America. Thanks, Jim McElvain. And we were able to pull the car in the garage and finish up some little loose ends on the car. You know, we just got the new engine put in. It dynoed out real strong, so with a lower boost setting. So we're a little more conservative than we were at COTA. And you know, we should be good to go. We've got to drive down to Milwaukee at Snap-on headquarters this morning, so putting more street miles on the engine's only going to be good for it. And then we do a road rally to Road America from there and go through engineering and design. You know, every race that we go to this year, there's a significant aspect to each one. And you know, one like COTA, for example, it was like an all-star race. We had the best of the best there, minus a few really fast guys, but for the most part, you know, 85% of the field that's going to be in Vegas was there. So Road America isn't that type of race, but it is an opportunity to gain points for the championship for the Evo. Well, you know, we didn't run this Evo until halfway through the season. Nobody had it on the radar screen. But it's on the radar screen now, and it's all up to us. The goal for this weekend is, you know, you've got to score well in all the driving aspects, and hopefully we get some good scores in design and engineering. Hopefully convince them that, yeah, I mean, it's not a muscle car, it's not a pro touring car, this is an Evo, and it has a pretty big following of its own. Maybe not in our pro touring world, but there's a lot of Evo freaks out there that just absolutely love this car and love what it's doing at these races. You know, for the most part, we're getting judges that either are kind of car show type judges that are really looking for a car that would score well at a car show, a static car show that, you know, how buttoned up and polished is it? Or you might have a set of judges that are really into fit and finish, you know, how well does the door fit? You know, you just never know what you're going to get. And ceramic wheel bearings, that's the only thing that'll live on this car because it creates so much heat. $2,200 for front wheel bearings on this car. It's ridiculous. You know, design and engineering, it goes by really quick. You got 2 minutes to tell the judges everything that's unique about your car. And, you know, when you change the car completely from the ground up, it's kind of hard to fit all that in. It's got Wilwood brakes on this car. You can't buy Wilwood brakes for an Evo. We're developing the brakes for them, and it's working pretty good. We won 2 speed stops in a row with it, so they're pretty happy about that. Walked around the car, ran out of time, but you know what? I just keep talking, and they don't have to listen, but hopefully they will, and I just keep talking, and we keep trying to cram as much as we can in. We're here at Road America, and I took the COTA sticker off the windshield of the car and I stuck it to the cabinet here. Maybe I'll start a tradition. You know, the bottom line is COTA's done. It's over with. We blew up there. It was a pretty scary moment for everybody. But you know what? That's in the past. I flushed that. You know, we have a brand new engine in the car, and we had 51 miles to drive from the house that we're staying at down to Snap-on Tools, and I just wanted to get miles on the engine. So I just ran half throttle, low boost. I didn't want to tax that engine at all. And so we really didn't have a clue as to how it would run under track-like conditions. We ran it real nice and easy coming back as well. And now it's got a good 200 miles on the engine, street miles, real calm miles. We tried it out on the street coming home from the track yesterday, and it was breaking up. You know, we had a little burble in the engine coming from the track today to the house, and so we had to kind of go back and say, okay, what did we change from, and we put an air cleaner on it. So we took the air cleaner off, went and ran it, ran crisp and clean really quick. And that's a blessing in disguise, because since we were staying off track, and we had all these farm roads, back roads to try this car out on, we were able to find a problem, and otherwise we would have been dealing with it on a course at the last minute and freaking out. Thomas, you know, our mechanic, said, well, you know, let's backtrack and let's take that air cleaner off. You know, that's the only thing we've changed, and it ran great on the dyno. So we took it off, ran it down the street a couple of times. Sorry, neighbors, but we are out in the country. And I'll tell you what, it runs so crisp and clean. It's got more power than I've seen in one of these cars since I've been driving it. I know it don't look like much, but it is much. This is the strongest this thing has ever been, so, you know, I'm looking forward till tomorrow. You know, hopefully it'll translate on the track. I pulled up the points, and I wanted to revisit that to see exactly what I needed to get today, and it just really dawned on me that you know, it's all in the design and engineering hands. If we get a poor score, if we get, you know, if it's not in the high 80s, we're out of it. We've gone to 3 tracks in a row that are pretty cool. You know, Charlotte Motor Speedway. We went to Circuit of Americas in Austin, you know, Formula One track. And now we're coming to one of the greatest old-time classic road race courses at Road America. Last night on the way home from the track, the engine was breaking up, wasn't really running smoothly, not making full power either. So we were trying to diagnose it last night, and we thought we had found it. But on the way to the track this morning from the house, it was breaking up, not running right.
The boost is where I want it to be now, so it's not way over boosting, but it's got to be temperature related. It's just so much colder than when we tuned it. It was like 110 in the dyno room, and now it's like 65 outside.
Are you reaching it up that way?
Yeah.
So, you know, we've got to get that figured out. We've downloaded the info from the data logger, and it's going to tell us what the engine's doing, what the car's doing, and hopefully we can make a change software-wise and make sure it runs right.
It'll make more power the way it's at now, but it doesn't make corrections as well for temperature because it's using fuel temperature to guess what the air temperature is.
Yeah, so we get here and it's like, oh yeah, boy, I better check the scores, and they're taped up on the building over here, the trailer, Optima trailer. And, you know, first thing I go up and, you know, do you look down the list or do you look at the top of the list? Yes! Yes! 91, baby. You know, hey, awesome. Thank you, judges. We've really gained 9 to 10 points over what we normally get. So, hey, my fate is in my own hands. I wouldn't want it any other way. I don't want a gift from the back end. I don't want to back into anything. I want to earn it. And now it's up to me. This format's different. Normally, we run a speed stop and autocross and design and engineering and road rally on Saturday. And that leaves you all day on Sunday to run the road course. So you get 2 days to cram everything in. Well, today at Road America, it's different. On Sunday, you have to do all 3 driving elements all in one day. It is a marathon.
Yeah, I mean, pressure is a big deal, especially if you haven't been out on the track yet. You know, you know that you got a tough job ahead of you, and you got the butterflies before you get started. You try and think far enough ahead to be in position to maximize your chance to win. Like, I'm sitting at the head of the speed stop. I'm the only car in line. It opens at 9. It's 9 minutes to 9. So I want to get as many runs as possible. That's why I'm at the head of the line. Now, I still have to go out and do my reconnaissance laps, and they're calling cars to grid there. But if I can get one run in here and then go over there, I should be in good shape. Trying to figure out what the track's going to do and learn what gear you need to be in. And so that's what that first speed stop run really did for me. It showed me what gear I need to be in and what gear I need to be in around the pin cone, the 180-degree cone, and the track's really green.
So I knew it wasn't going to be very fast, but at least I'd get an idea on what gear I needed to be in and how the launch would be and how the box looked, at least get a practice lap. And we got that lap in. And then I wanted to make sure we were first out on the grid for the expert class, so we had a clear track in front of us and we could get a good clear hot lap in, you know, when they threw the green flag. We wanted to do that, but there was still a good 40 minutes left before our session was to go out on the track. So we got in line and got a second chance at the speed stop. A clean 12.6.
And I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it's good, but still got a ton of time left.
Stopped short of the box, you know, it wasn't a perfect lap by any means. It was really the first shot at putting in a good lap.
Were you spinning the tires on the launch bad? Can we lower the RPM down? Okay.
We can't miss a beat. We cannot have a misstep anywhere. We have to win speed stop. You know, that's my goal. We've won the last 2 in a row, so we need to win it here.
There's 11s for sure, 11.9, easy.
We did go out on our hot lap session. We were first out. We got the green flag. First corner, we came through, shifted into the second, blew a freeze plug out of the block, and water went everywhere. So I pulled off immediately.
Got everything warm. We're on our first flyer. Go around turn 1, shift into second, poof, water. So I hope it's something minor and something really easy to fix. So, I hope. Fingers crossed.
It took us a good while to fix the car, and we got the car repaired and ready to run on the speed stop with a good, probably 8 to 7 minutes left in the session. The session ran from 9 to 12. That's on the schedule. And so at least we'd have an opportunity to get one more run in to help improve our time. I mean, every point counts at this point. We're going for a championship here, and we need one more run to help lower our time to see if we can't jump a few people.
It's going to be close.
The guys are working as hard as they can without making a mistake, and you know, it always comes down to the wire, and you know, everybody knows it. So when we get running and the car's ready to go and within the time limit, you know, we need to get our runs in.
They suspended the speed stop right now, so I don't know if they're just gonna still quit at noon or if they're gonna extend the session.
Somebody had dropped coolant down, they needed to clean it up, and they just cut the session short, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, we got some good news. They're going to let us run one lap to make up for the time.
Decided to reconsider, and myself and a few other cars were able to get in another run before the time expired. So everybody got one last run.
You know, we lobbied pretty hard, and you know,
they're going to give it to us. So that's the only the right thing to do, really.
And we made good use of it. You know, we were able to go 0.2 of a second faster, and you know, put us right back to the hunt. I truly believe we would have won the thing overall if we would have had more runs, of course, at least as many runs as everybody else got if it was a straight up fight. But it is what it is, and we ended up with a decent time, and I think that put us second or third overall in speed stop, which still kept us in the hunt. After that, you know, I went over to the autocross course. We're starting that, and I was able to get one run on the autocross before we went out for our third hot lap session. You know, I'd never even seen the course, never even visited the course, and I sat there and watched two guys go through the course, and I went up to the starting line, ran the course. You know, it was good for, you know, pretty good up the grid. So I don't know where that put us overall, but it was pretty fast, and at least we got a time in the autocross. Went back over to the hot lap session, our third session of the day, and you know, the car was running decent. It was starting to break up and pop and crack. It wasn't quite running the way it should have, but you know, I was still on it. It started to pump oil, and we hold a piston. So, you know, we ruined that engine. At least it wasn't a catastrophic failure like we had at COTA, but we still didn't get a complete lap on the road course.
Well, it's just not our day, you know. It's just not our day.
We're walking away here. It was a lost opportunity. We had, you know, everything in our sights. We had the opportunity to score some great points this weekend, and the car just let us down.
I don't know. We'll see. Didn't make a big bang like a blow up, but there's lots of oil all over the engine bay. So we got to find out where the oil's coming from. So we'll see.
Right now, yeah, I want to give up on it because I'm disappointed in the car. I want to go sell it for like $5 out on the corner. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of takers. But, you know, come Monday afternoon, I'll guarantee I'll be on the phone, and we'll be looking at how we're going to solve it and get it ready for the next race.
It's so promising. Yeah. A good D&E score.
No, as a kid, I used to go racing with my dad and go to the races with him and watch him. And he always had a slogan that always stuck with me, and it was, "Racing sucks."
That's racing.